are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports War. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about.
The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
He wants Jefferson, climbs the ladder. Oh my goodness!
Why is it muted?
Jefferson, the catch of his life. Burrow fires.
What the fuck?
Picked off at a pick six. Mika Fitzpatrick, an absolute ball hawk.
Niners twist up front and get to Tagovailoa. Bosa again. Mahomes escaping on the move, stops, spins, puts it forward for a touchdown.
Stop it.
Aaron Jones. Oh, what a tackle! Quincy Williams with a pile driver.
Yes, everyone's just standby, having some technical difficulties. It's all very funny. Michael loves it. I don't even know. Oh. Board issue. That's what it was, guys. The board froze. Classic. Like you're sitting there. Anyone in broadcasting knows what? No, this is my Mac audio. Yeah. I have to reset the board. The board froze, dude. So everyone stand by, putting the board back on. Obviously, in the meantime, everyone's like, yo, no sound. Wow, but Fur commented. Haha, it's hilarious. We are?
We got a gift.
Oh, all right. Yeah, sure. Hold on 1 second.
Waiting for the audio to come back, obviously.
Stand by. Audio still coming back up. And audio is back up now. Stand by. 1111 2222. Max loading. Max on it. Roadcaster Main Pro multi-track. All right. Everyone fucking calm down here. You want to open this box now, or like you want to wait till the end of the show at least? Yeah. Let me get to the football. Let me get through all my stats. Let me get through, everything I worked hard on this morning. And then we can open the gift. Who's the gift from? Matt to the 90s. Everyone, if you're right now sitting here in the sports port, at the end of the show, we're going to be opening up Matt to the 90s sweet box of goodies, right? We have no idea what's in it. Obviously, you can imagine what the theme would be. But yeah, stick around. At the end of the show, we'll be opening this fresh new box. It's going to be sick, dude. Mike's so upset right now. Look how upset Mike looks. Anyway, let's fucking go here. All right, I'm sick and tired of the bullshit. We're going to get right into some football. Absolutely crazy game here. Starting with the Browns-Texans right now. You want to look at this game face value. Obviously, the narrative actually going into Saturday, I guess. Oh, man, of course, dude. What tab is this? Here we go. Everyone stand by. The audio issues have been absolutely brutal today. Doesn't matter. We press on. Let's go. Browns versus Texans. Brian Barnaby was very vocal about who he thought was going to win this game on Friday during the frenzy. Of course, he was going with the Texans. He thought it was absolutely ridiculous. Joe Flacco, the quarterback. I get it. Like Super Bowl MVP, used to be off the couch, the story, great. But when it comes to the playoffs, a little bit of a different monster. And I think Joe Flacco kind of felt that early on. His stat line was 34 46, 307 yards through the air. So it's great right there, but only one passing touchdown, 2 interceptions, sacked 4 times, by the way. And we'll get into that offensive line issues that they had because it seemed like Flacco was under pressure every freaking play. But just to run you through some of the scoring plays here, first quarter, I guess this game, honestly, I guess kind of teased the fact that it could have been a good game. But, first quarter here, the Texans started out the scoring. Maybe it was like their third drive, right? There was a couple punts to start the game, starting slow. They were getting the feel for it, of course, youthful quarterback. And we knew that the Browns were going to have some good defense. So the Texans there are able to kind of hold off. The Browns are able to hold off the Texans on that drive. I memean, that drive started pretty hot here. Out of the gun, Stroud had a pass to Singletary for a 3-yard gain, and then another run up the middle by Singletary, and then Stroud throws a deep pass to Collins, 38 yards. That gives them on a 3rd and 6, that was too. So that gave them some pretty good field position. And then, of course, from then on, I think it was like 1st and goal, I believe, at that point. But Cleveland held them off for 1st and 3. At the Cleveland 3, there was an incomplete pass by Stroud. And then I think there was like maybe a 1-yard gain by Stroud. Just at that point, Cleveland's defense was pretty hot, and it forced the Texans to just go for the field goal at that point. On a 4th and goal too, you kind of thought, oh, maybe the Texans were feeling kind of adventurous, and they were going to go for it in the 4th down. But no, they settled for the field goal, which is fine. But the next drive, Flacco comes out hot and heavy, deep pass to Njoku. I believe it was a 45 pass from Flacco, and you're thinking, all right, like this is, again, could kind of get ugly quick. Could be a shootout, if Stroud can kind of keep up with Flacco here. This drive ends up, I believe at that point, you're on Houston's like 40 they were on. And out of the gun too, another 8-yard gain. Again, another short pass. So Cleveland just hammering Joe Flacco. And then of course, 3rd and goal at that point on the Houston 1-yard line. I think Harris, right? Oh no, sorry. It was Kareem Hunt up the middle, 1 yard for the touchdown, makes it 7-3. Next drive, the Texans answer back with a 5-play drive, kind of crazy. So 4 plays, just under 2 minutes, 70 yards marching down the field, ends in a touchdown. It was a Stroud short pass to Collins for 15 yards, touchdown right there, extra point, obviously good, 10-7. At that point, and that was the end of the first quarter. So you're thinking 10-7, wow, this is going to be a really tight game. But moving on here, second quarter, Browns answer. A 6-play, 75-yard drive, and again, just under 3 minutes. So Flacco looking pretty good. That makes it 14-10 right there. After that, Texans answer back. A 1-play, 78-yard throw, obviously, from Stroud to Jordan. Extra point was good. Brevin Jordan with that deep catch right there. And then from then it was punt. So kind of slowed things down a little bit. Texans scored touchdown right. I want to say maybe with 5 minutes left in the second half. But it was a nice 6-play, 71-yard drive that left, Cleveland with limited time, maybe a minute to go. With the ball, but they really couldn't get anything going. And it was 24-14 leading into the half. And at that point, Flacco looked okay. He didn't really throw anything terrible. He looked pretty solid. He's under pressure a lot. Looked like their offensive line was getting challenged, certainly, by the Texans. But hey, it was 10-point game, so you're thinking that, still anyone's game. Second half opens up. Texans punt. And then this is where things kind of get into trouble. Flacco throws back-to-back interceptions, back-to-back pick sixes. No, yeah, it was back-to-back pick sixes. So absolutely ridiculous. And literally, in a blink of an eye, it's 38-14. And that's just absolutely brutal. And after that, Cleveland turns it over on downs. I mean, it just looked like the Flacco had no time. He couldn't really be mobile. Obviously making poor throws because of that. And then after that, the Texans just started piling it on. Another 6-play drive that ended in a touchdown, made it 45-14. And at this point, we're in the fourth quarter. And it's just, Cleveland Browns haven't scored in the second half at this point. They were giving up interceptions, the turnovers, the lack of offense. All of a sudden, their defense was breaking down. Just nothing was good there. And that was your final score. I mean, the Texans were able to hold out the Browns to not scoring at all. Browns just kept turning it over on downs. Obviously, at that point, 45-14, you got to just be going for it and kind of risking your life there. And it was brutal, dude. It was pretty tough for the Texans there, but nonetheless, sorry, tough for the Browns there, but nonetheless, you got to be stoked for the Texans. CJ Stroud, 16 of 21, 274 yards, 3 passing touchdowns, no interceptions, wasn't sacked once. Seemed to be obviously pressured a few times. But hey, man, he looked that pressure in the eyes. He stepped up in the pocket, played really well. Singletary, 13 carries, 68 yards, 1 rushing touchdown. Nico Collins, 6 receptions for 96 yards with the touchdown too. So, it was really a great job all around by the Texans. The Browns looked absolutely dead in the water, only 56 yards in the ground, obviously relying on Flacco a lot, but those 2 pick sixes, absolutely brutal. And especially early in the second half too. That's not exactly what you wanted at all. Amari Cooper, only 4 receptions for 59 yards there. And Njoku led the team in receptions for the Browns, 7 receptions, 93 yards, 11 targets. So again, not great efficiency there. The Texans played some great defense. Elijah Moore too, though, only 2 receptions over, only targeted twice, but only for 12 yards. I don't know. It just seemed like that Flacco never really had the opportunities to look downfield because of the offensive line. Again, maybe it was also the Texans secondary playing some good defense, but it just seemed like a lot of the plays were checkdowns, if that. And then obviously at some points, you saw Flacco kind of forcing passes, getting into the turnover trouble. At that point, it was just a recipe for disaster. And just the Texans just, again, they stayed poised and they kind of, I guess you could say upset a little bit here for the Browns. I think a lot of people thought the Browns were going to win this game. And Joe Flacco, tough, because that's probably the last time we're going to see him, I suppose. But anyway, let's get to some comments for our next game here. We have Nick Maynard. I believe this is Nick Main, right? Absolutely. He goes, Texans to the Super Bowl, son. He says, hear you now. That's awesome. Michael Bookta says, I told you Cowboys can't be trusted in the playoffs. We get to that. He goes, never, ever take them seriously until they can get past the second round. Nick Maynard says, Cowboys are officially worse than the Texans in playoff wins. That's hilarious. Michael, back to it. Michael, I sure hope you, those children are loving the newest classic, How the Grinch Scared Tatum. Michael, I'm sorry I missed you, by the way, in studio on Saturday. Nick Main saying CJ Stroud is going to be one of the greatest passers in history. It really is phenomenal to see that kid come into an organization like the Texans, after what they've been through and everything, in terms of their quarterback position, not to mention just in general the past few years, to see them slowly get competitive and then have CJ Stroud come in and absolutely kill it. Mrs. Voss 999 says I was on your TikTok. I appreciate you tuning in. Josh B hyped. Let's go. Hashtag TCA. Hashtag Sportsport. Hashtag DTB, dude. Josh B says Voss, what up? Welcome. Voss from Far Cry. Absolutely. Miss Voss says I'm Voss's wife. Thank you for clarifying. Nick Main also clarifying. Yes, 2 pick sixes. K-Rock says, is the package opening going to be on TikTok or YouTube? It's going to be on both. Towards the end of the show. So I want to say probably around 11-ish. We'll call Michael back in studio. We'll end the show with opening this package. We got to get through the sports. This is the sports port here, people. I know Brian isn't here, but this isn't a total free-for-all. All right. And then Rugby Neal says, good morning, Downtime TV. Good morning, Ryan. Thank you for tuning in. And then Josh B, appreciate it both. He says, and then Michael says Tatum is like Dak Nancy Prescott. Hey, maybe Michael, we'll get Michael Theophil in studio to talk a little NBA today too. God knows the sports port could use a little NBA talk, especially at this point Brian's not here. You can't really wax any poetic. I can anyway. But moving on to our next game. Obviously happy for the Texans, and we're going to get on to, after we recap these games, we'll get on to what the playoff picture looks like, coming up, obviously more games tonight. So we don't know complete matchups yet, but we do have the schedule out. And like I said, we'll get to it. But next game coming up, another kind of, I guess, disappointing game in terms of scoring, in terms of how close it was. But we had the Dolphins, of course, fall to the Chiefs here, 26-7 at Arrowhead. Now, it is, of course, worth to mention, because it was mentioning, excuse me, I'm taking a sip. I know it's kind of annoying, but my mouth is getting a little dry. It is worth to mention going into this game, Tua never won a game below 40 degrees. Bang, still hasn't. I mean, Jesus, it was probably 20 degrees, probably less than. I think it was less than. I think it was like in the teens, wind chill in the negatives. Arrowhead Field, obviously outside, exposed to the elements. So pretty crazy, obviously, to get through that. New people that were there, frigid. But let's get through some scoring here. There really wasn't a lot of scoring. But the Chiefs did get the ball first. They had a very lengthy, and again, like, this is exactly what you want to do if you're the Chiefs, knowing the fact that the Dolphins, who don't work well in, they're coming from Miami, they don't work well in the cold, not the best away record, by the way, this season. But of course, the stat line of Tua in the cold does not work well. So what do the Chiefs do? They win the coin toss, get the ball first, okay? Because what? Now Tua is sitting on the fucking sideline, and the Chiefs go on a 9-play, 70-yard, 4-minute drive. And of course, there's here's in the sideline. I know they're professionals, Tua warming up, but nonetheless, he's still stagnant. I don't give a shit what they're doing on the sideline. They're not in game, okay? And they're sitting on the sideline. Tua is watching this 4-minute drive. And like it ends in a touchdown. Exactly. Like Kansas City comes out hot. Starts out again pretty simple here. But it's Mahomes out of the shotgun, a little incomplete pass to Kelsey, of course. Another incomplete pass to Rice, but then a nice pass to Kelsey for 11 yards. I guess that first down, a tough 3rd and 10 to start that game. But obviously good for Mahomes and Kelsey linking up there. Because again, if they went 3 and out, it could have been an entirely different game. You don't set that precedent of, hey, we're here to score. Tua isn't on the sideline for so long. But they get this going. Then they start Pacheco up the middle. Pacheco had a great game. We'll get to it, though. But back-to-back Pacheco runs, gets them another first down. And then another pass to Kelsey for 8 yards. And then a pass to Pacheco. I mean, do you see kind of the theme here for the Chiefs? And this drive ends in a short pass to Rice for 11 yards, the touchdown. Butker, of course, gets the extra point. So that makes it 7-0. And then we have back-to-back punts. So again, like I mentioned, the first drive, Tua's on the sideline a lot. What happens? That first drive, it's a 3 and out for Miami. And that's exactly what the Chiefs probably marked up. That's exactly what Andy Reid, the frozen mustache, we all saw it. I mean, it's great, dude. Sorry, I want to get through a couple comments here. Miami defense was straight depleted too. No, yeah, totally. Michael also says, Miami looked dead in the water to even begin with. And again, I think that was all strategy by Kansas City, just knowing, Miami in the cold does not work well. So really great job by them. And then, after that back-to-back punt series, Tua throws a tough interception deep down the middle, intended for Waddle, of course, but intercepted by Edwards. And I mean, again, like, that's just not at all how you want a team to start, especially with, the injuries and again, the cold. I mean, I cannot overstate how much weather played a factor in this game. But that interception, it does end up with points for Kansas City. They end up in a field goal there. So I guess good job for the Dolphins defense, but still, now you're down 10-0. I think at this point we're in the second quarter. So you're down 10-0 second quarter. You haven't scored yet, but of course the next drive, Miami catches lightning in a bottle with a deep pass to Tyreek Hill, 53 yards, the touchdown. All of a sudden, Miami riled. They're back in the game. It's 10-7 right there. Next drive for Kansas City ends in a field goal, making it 13-7. But of course, Miami's still in the game here. Very interesting next series here. Again, it's a 1-possession game here. But Miami, they start on their own 35. Nice and easy. They get a first down, whatever, but they elect on 2nd and 7, I believe, out of the shotgun. Mostert up the middle for 6 yards, making a 3rd and 1. Tua incomplete pass on a 3rd and 1 to Mostert. So it's 4th and 1 now. And McDaniels elects to go on 4th and 1. And again, like, Tua is in shotgun, incomplete short pass to Tyreek Hill. They do that little like bubble, I guess you can say, screen. But I don't know. I feel like on 4th and 1, you got to try and run it. Like, why wouldn't you try like Tua up the middle QB sneak, or like give it to Tyreek Hill, even like out of the backfield, and have him run with it, or try some type of reverse or something? Like, bubble screens, I feel like are so easy to defend, and also like, I mean, they're easy for a coach to see it coming too. Like, it's easy for a defense to see it coming. And of course, you would imagine Kansas City's like, they're probably going to go to Hill anyway. Bubble screen, I mean, you have time to get a man on him and stop him. So I don't know. I think that was kind of a poor play call there. Nonetheless, they turn it over. I believe they're at like midfield. Yeah, Kansas City's 44. But Miami defense does well. We know Kansas City does struggle a little bit on offense. So that turnover on downs ends up not really hurting them because it ends up in a punt. But we have back-to-back punts there. And then Kansas City gets another field goal to end the half there, makes it 16-17. So, of course, I think a little lower scoring than I was anticipating. I understand that, the Chiefs, we talked about all season, struggling to score at some points, not having that number 1 receiver. But still, I would expect the Dolphins at least to keep up. You expect, a 2017 game is what I was kind of thinking at this point. But anyway, we go into the second half here. Kansas City up 16-7. First, Miami gets the ball, right, to start the half. Three and out right there. Like, what's Miami doing? Again, I mean, I guess maybe they're in the locker room, they're stagnant, you're back out in the cold now, you're not warmed up. But I mean, Tua's got to figure it out at that point. A 3 and out to start the half, that's not what you want. Kansas City comes back, marches down the field. Another pretty good stop by the Dolphins defense limits Kansas City to a field goal. It's now 19-7. I mean, all of these drives, like, you can argue that the Dolphins defense is honestly doing their job. And it's just that Miami's just not scoring. And again, you would think after this field goal, big defensive stop, you would think, all right, like, let's go. Miami's pumped up. They punt it next drive. Can't get a first down. Next drive comes out. Defense fumbles a little bit. It's a 14-play, 7-minute drive for a touchdown there. This is to start the fourth quarter, I believe. So now it's 26-7. They just took out a big chunk of the fourth quarter. Now you're panicking. Dolphins couldn't get their offense really going. They had to go for a 4th down, turnover on downs. Kansas City punts the next one. Miami comes back, turnover on downs. Can't get anything going. Kansas City actually fumbles. I think they end up recovering. Miami recovers, I believe. Edwards, Hilaire, 1 yard. Oh, yeah, no, he fumbles, recovered by hand at Miami, 42, hand Miami 43 for 1 yard. And then at that point, Miami, again, just could not get anything going. You're down by 19 at that point. There just wasn't enough time. They tried to get HA in the game, couldn't really do it. You'll get at some of the box scores here, and you want to look at, obviously Tua, only 199 yards through the air, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, sacked twice. Rushing game really wasn't anywhere to be seen. Raheem Mostert led the team with 33 yards over 8 carries, so nothing crazy. But 4.1 on average is pretty solid. But again, only 8 carries, 76 yards total as a team in terms of rushing. Tyreek Hill had 5 receptions over 8 targets, 62 yards. But he had that long 53-yard reception. So I mean, like, what are we doing right there? And again, there's just nothing could get going out of the backfield. Waddle, 5 targets, only 2 receptions. A-Chain, 3 receptions over 6 targets. I mean, only 199 yards right through the air. And of course, Kansas City just did way better. Mahomes, 23 of 41, not incredibly efficient, but still efficient enough. 262 through the air, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. Again, not sacked, right? That was certainly a theme over the victorious teams over these two games, these 2 wild card games. And I mean, that's what we talk about when it comes to the playoffs. I mean, protecting your quarterback is huge. And again, when it comes to the playoffs, that's just so exaggerated. Your offensive line, if they're not working, they're not doing well, I mean, that's going to be so apparent, especially in the postseason. And obviously, again, like I said, I mean, it was very indicative of who won. You know, what quarterback was more protected, had more time to let players develop, had more time to throw downfield for big plays. You know, those teams won here. Isaiah Pacheco, 24 carries for 89 yards. Of course, the one touchdown too. So, I mean, again, like Kansas City has a good mix of running and passing game here. And that's what, you know, lets your offense kind of have that breathing room too, because the defense is always guessing. Travis Kelce, 10 targets, 7 receptions for 71 yards. But of course, you know, the prime receiver was Rashee Rice, 8 receptions, 130 yards. And and of course, a little bit of a show with the Kansas City Chiefs, the cut to Taylor Swift in the box. Mahomes, of course, the helmet breaks, the big giant hole. They replaced the helmet. It's not comfortable. Replace the padding, so not comfortable. Change the face mask, not comfortable. He's dealing with it. People are bleeding. Crazy, dude. Absolutely nuts. But the Chiefs obviously go on to win 26-7. Absolutely, defeat the Dolphins pretty emphatically, I would say. And it sucks because the Dolphins really can get anything going. And I think in terms of a defensive standpoint, I mean, they did exactly what they wanted to do. I mean, they held the Chiefs to 26 points. We talked about it last week. I mean, the Dolphins' magic number was probably going to be like 28 to win this game. And obviously that would have, but they could never get any offense going. And it was a shame because they had a solid season. You love McDaniels. Tua has been up and down a little bit, but still, I mean, they have a lot of talent. I guess, the Chiefs, we said it, they find ways to win in the playoffs. They've been here before. And they did that. They certainly played their game. They played very well. So you have to tip your hat to them. But moving on to our next game, let's go, dude. We're back on Sunday. And, of course, there was 2 great games in my eyes anyway. But we're going to start with the one that was a bit more of the blowout, but a little bit more of the surprise, of course, as the Packers defeat the Cowboys for the first time this season at home, 48-32, emphatically. I believe the Packers tied for the most points in Packers postseason history. And the Cowboys, of course, set a record for giving up the most points in postseason history at 48 there. And it was just an absolute fucking dumpster fire for the Cowboys and company. So let's start. Let's walk you through some scoring here. So the Packers here, they win the coin toss. I believe the Cowboys win the coin toss. They elect to kick off to receive it second half, which again will bode well for them. But the Packers come out pretty fucking hot, dude, as they have done so many times this season. They score in their first drive, which has been a big reason why they won down the stretch of the season. Just because they started out hot. And I mean, I think that so many teams overlook that advantage, especially for a young team like the Packers to come out and drive down the field. It was a 12-play, 75-yard, 8-minute drive. Again, like those drives, I don't know, man. I understand that, receiving the ball to start the second half could be very advantageous, but I feel like in the playoffs, it's a little different. I think there's a big psychological game going on, some psychological warfare with a team that sits out for like 5 minutes after warming up, after, you go through the anthem, you go through the coin toss, you go through being on the sideline, for like 10 minutes because of the first drive that's lasting so long, I mean, that sucks, dude. Like you get cold. I mean, I really don't care. Like, again, the here's on the sideline, you're tossing the ball. It's not the same thing, dude. It's tough to get your mind back in that sort of mode. Not to mention that your body too. Anyway, so a great first drive there by the Packers, ends in an Aaron Jones touchdown, and he was just on it all night. Again, establishing the running game early. They established the passing game as well in this drive, and they marched down the field. Look at this. They faced only 1 third down, and that was in the red zone on the Dallas's 6-yard line. It was a 3rd and 6, the incomplete pass, or there was a penalty, whatever, 3rd and 3. And then they got the touchdown. But that entire drive down the field, they never faced a 3rd down. I mean, what's Dallas's defense doing? I mean, it was passes over the middle. It was runs up the middle. It was passes, short passes to the sideline. I mean, it just seemed like the Dallas Cowboys just off the get-go, the defense were not stopping Green Bay. And the next two back-to-back punts. And of course, here's where things get into trouble. 3rd and 5 on Dallas's own 13. Dax Prescott out of the shotgun. Short pass intended for Cooks, intercepted by Alexander at Dallas's 19. He was down there. But again, now all of a sudden, Green Bay gets the ball on Dallas's 19. Of course, it ends with a touchdown by who? Aaron Jones. 1-yard run. Bang. Just like that. It's 14-0 real quick. At this point, we're in the second quarter. And then next drive, punt. Dak couldn't get anything going. He seemed kind of scared, a little nervous. Got in trouble a lot. But, I mean, you look at this play, this drive, it was a 9-play drive that ended in a punt. Very tough. It ended up 4th and 16 at Green Bay's 47 here. Dak Prescott suffered a tough sack on a 3rd and 5, lost 6 yards. And of course there was a penalty, I believe, on the punt, which, again, like deepened their punt from 4th and 11 to 4th and 16. And then Green Bay was able to get their ball back, after the punt, on their own 7. So you think, okay, good field position in terms of Dallas's defense. But then here comes Green Bay with a 10-play, 93-yard, 6-minute drive. And again, it started out, bang, Aaron Jones, run game. And then all of a sudden, Jordan Love out of the shotgun. Dallas, again, like trying to defend the run, can't do it. And then all of a sudden, Love is just throwing a pass up the middle to Watson for a gain of 9 yards. And then another short pass to Kraft. But that, again, like running, Green Bay did a great job in getting yards after the catch, because that was 10 yards for another first down. And then another Jordan Love deep pass to Dobbs. It was Love and Dobbs all day, 39-yard reception. Love to see that. And then all of a sudden you're on Dallas's 35, still out of the gun. Looks like Wilson with a run for 1 yard. So still mixing in that running game. LaFleur doing a great job, by the way, with Green Bay. I'm not sure if he calls the plays for Green Bay, but I mean, it seems like he definitely had a tactical advantage, definitely out coaching McCarthy, because we know McCarthy calls, I believe he calls the plays for Dallas. But right there, a short pass from Love again for 5 yards. Green Bay deciding to run some no huddle too, mixing it up, keeping the Dallas's defense guessing. I love that. Doing huddle, no huddle, changing the pace of the game constantly for the defense. On a 3rd and 4, a short pass, and of course for 6 yards to Musgrove. That's a first down. Right there after that, Aaron Jones runs. Another run by Aaron Jones. And then a 20-yard pass to Wicks for the touchdown there. Extra point did actually miss there, but still, it's 20-0. Pressure is on Dallas. But it's 20-0, obviously. Like I said, in the second quarter, right before the half. And you think, all right, listen, it's 20-0. Dallas is getting the ball back right now. They're getting the ball back after the half. I mean, it could easily turn into a 14-20 game if Dallas plays their cards right. Like they're not out of it yet. And you're still kind of giving the benefit of the doubt, because it's like, hey, they're at home, haven't lost a game at home. It's Dak. It's McCarthy's won a Super Bowl before. He's come back in games before. Dallas has done that too. But what happens? Dak, a pick 6. Atrocious pick 6, by the way. I don't know what Dak was looking at, but it was like obvious from the second I even saw it leave his hand. I was like, this is a picked off, dude. On a 2nd and 2 out of the gun, a pass intended for CD Lamb. Dak clearly just forcing it, but Savage was there. Dak clearly just didn't see him. But Savage was with a savage interception. And of course, getting the touchdown as well. So just like that, it's 27-0. And I mean, there's like 2 minutes left. I think we reached the 2-minute warning at that point. Maybe there was 2:20 left. And you're thinking, golly. But here comes Dallas marching down the field to end the half. 12 plays. I think it was like 65 yards. Getting the half again, like almost blowing it there, almost had to settle for a field goal, but because I think of a penalty, they got a first down in the end zone, in the red zone. And then it was Prescott to Ferguson. And this was actually, as time was expiring, it was, does McCarthy want to go for a field goal here? You kind of don't want to. So let's go. Let's go for the touchdown to end the half. And if we don't come up with it, I mean, we don't. But I mean, at this point, you need to score a touchdown, 27-0. And they did do like that classic tight end, little hit on the line of scrimmage. He rolls out with Dak, pass wide open. Love that play. I talk about it all the time, and it's like the perfect red zone play. And it's hard to defend because, I mean, kind of everyone's going left, and it's just kind of Dak ISO'd with the tight end. And it's like, yeah, you could guard Dak, you could guard the tight end, but I mean, Dak has the option even to run it in too. So great play. And obviously that results in the touchdown. You think, all right, 27-7. Dak gets the ball back after halftime. Again, it could be 27-14 easily. But they don't really come out like they want to. Dallas has to settle for a field goal for that first drive, and it's 27-10. And of course, Green Bay comes out, and Dallas's defense has absolutely no answer. Another 5-play, drive that ends in a touchdown. It's 34-10. Dallas tries to come back 34-16. And then we're exchanging touchdowns at this point, which is not what Dallas needs. Dallas needs to score and stop Green Bay. They can't stop Green Bay. Another, a 3-play drive. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. Musgrove, I think, was just like, what are we doing for Dallas's defense? Musgrove was literally wide open down the field. No one within 20 yards of this guy. And Love under pressure, able to get the pass off. Wobbly pass, but hits Musgrove. And I mean, at that point, you're thinking like, Jesus. I mean, even if Dallas keeps scoring, it's an absolute bloodbath out there for the defense. And that's exactly right. Dallas kept scoring, a couple stops, but obviously, again, towards the end of the fourth quarter, I mean, Green Bay is putting in like not their top guys. Dallas is looking, so just down on themselves. Final score right there, 48-32. You'll get some of the team stats here. I mean, Dallas, I guess, did a pretty good job in terms when they had the ball, I guess. I mean, as a team, sure, 37 first downs. They were able to have those drives. Third down efficiency was 10 of 16, not terrible. But obviously in the red zone, settling for field goals. Dak with the 2 interceptions, one of them being a pick 6. I mean, Dak was fucking dacking out there, dude. He had 403 yards through the air, bro. Like, that's crazy. 41 of 60. 60 times he dropped back. 60 times they attempted the pass. Tony Pollard wasn't getting anywhere to start that game off, too. I mean, their run game was just absolutely dead. Which again, I mean, shout out to Green Bay Packers defense there for kind of stopping Pollard, because if they got Pollard going early, they would relieve some pressure off of Dak, of course. Dak also sacked 4 times. Jordan Love sacked 0 times. What did I talk about the theme of this past weekend? Quarterbacks being protected and having time were able to obviously swing the ball downfield for big plays, and the teams won. So let's freaking go, dude. Good job for the Packers. You love that for Jordan Love. Love that for Matt LaFleur. And now, of course, Dallas, it's like, hey, man, like, what's going to be going on with them? Are they going to fire McCarthy? Honestly, people in the comments right now, let me know if you think that McCarthy's out, because God, I forget who. Greg Olsen. Greg Olsen was the guy commentating the game with the other schmuck. They're both schmucks, honestly. But Greg Olsen's like, oh, God, like, look at McCarthy. I don't know how you fire him, with that freaking stupid smug look on him. So funny, dude, Greg Olsen. Anyway, he's like, yo, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear the conversations about firing McCarthy. I mean, at the end of the day, you have to at least entertain the idea. There are Super Bowl winning Hall of Fame coaches out there looking for jobs. Not to mention you have Mike Vrabel too. And it's just, I mean, how do you not just at least entertain the idea of fire McCarthy? I understand that that McCarthy has a good regular season record. He's coached his team well. He himself is a Super Bowl winning quarterback. But at this point, you got to look at it's either going to be McCarthy or Dak at that point. Like, who's the problem in terms of getting over the hump? Because you have a great running back. You have a good defense. You have some targets downfield. Like CeeDee Lamb has been absolutely outstanding this season. By the way, Dallas, I think Green Bay did a great job. I think, CeeDee Lamb there was a big reason why CeeDee Lamb wasn't targeted a ton. I think he had 2 receptions over 6 targets in the first half. So obviously that was super tough. But again, like McCarthy has to figure out like who else can we go to? What else can we do? What other schemes can we hatch to kind of mix things up? He was outcoached this game, like undoubtedly outcoached in this game. And of course that trickles down. Dak throwing interceptions, bad decisions were being made. Matthew Gabriel says McCarthy is out, he believes. I think maybe Pete Carroll could be a good idea. Of course, you have Belichick out there too. But again, I mean, you look at this Cowboys team. How many more years are this group of guys going to be together? They, I think, have enough talent to win the Super Bowl, to win a Super Bowl. If things go right their way, they have the talent. I think they are a great head coach away from winning a Super Bowl. And I mean, when you look at two candidates like Bill Belichick, and Pete Carroll, older gentlemen that probably have like, I don't know, realistically, like a handful, not even a handful of years left in the league as head coaches. Like they're going to want to go to teams already established. You're not going to see Pete Carroll go to a new team looking for a quarterback and in 2 years to develop, draft one, whatever. It's going to be gone. What are we looking at? Like you want these two coaches to come into teams that already have quarterbacks established, that they can kind of plug and play certain things, implement their strategy, and know what to do in playoff situations like this. Michael Bookta says, also, I think we can send Dak Nancy Prescott to a Kelly Clarkson concert in cold Canada. Yeah, dude, Dak really blew it. Dak Romo, Josh B says, it really is crazy since, like, Jesus, like, when have they, like, had a good, like, since 95, right? Like, we're literally talking through now two franchise quarterbacks, at least in my lifetime. I remember growing up seeing Tony Romo. And again, Tony Romo in the regular season, always a threat. The Giants rivalry, great job, but first round of the playoffs, and we're stinking ass, dude. And here are the Cowboys again, stinking ass. Jerry Jones was so tight. I think after that pick six to Jerry Jones in the body, we're gonna get about to keel over any second, God forbid. But yeah, dude, I mean, it's like tough. It really is tough for Cowboys fans. They're another organization that cannot get over that hump. And you have great regular seasons, and it's tough. It really is tough for them. And I feel for you. But I am super stoked for Jordan Love and Matt LaFleur. I mean, I think they're doing a phenomenal job. Jordan Love. And I really want to bring this up. And I know Josh B is me rolling his eyes and stuff. But I mean, look at what happened with Jordan Love, a couple years behind Aaron Rodgers. Now, I'm not saying that, like Zach Wilson is going to have a couple of years behind Aaron Rodgers and come out and be like so freaking good. And I would love to know, Mike's take and everyone else's take here in the chat. Like the phone line obviously open here. But you Jets fans out there, like honestly, like what are we thinking about Zach Wilson a couple of years behind Rodgers? I mean, you cannot overstate, like, clearly. I mean, Jordan Love was a big question mark coming into this season. It was his first full season. Looking at some of his stats, went to Utah State. I mean, come on. Utah State, BYU. I mean, come on. They're basically the same school. And of course, he gets drafted in the first round by the Packers. It's a few years behind Rodgers. I mean, you got to admit here. I mean, it's some food for thought in terms of what Rodgers could do with Zach Wilson. I mean, I know everyone is like talking shit. Obviously, no one likes Zach Wilson. But I don't know. We've seen some glimpses of what Wilson could do. We know about the college highlights. We know about how much he sucked with the Jets. But maybe a couple of years behind Rodgers. I mean, it could be reasonable to put some stock in him and invest a little bit. Of course, again, LaFleur, as I mentioned, certainly outcoached McCarthy yesterday. So obviously you need a good head coach. Saleh, of course, has, he has to face the music, if you will. But still, I mean, I think some food for thought here because Jordan Love looks like a fucking NFL winning quarterback. And I believe at this point they go on to play the Niners, which is very interesting. We'll get to that. After we finish recapping these games. We have one more game to recap, which I'm super stoked to recap, honestly. What is it? Oh, it's the Rams at the Lions. Of course, you can imagine Tony, this is late night. I was kind of, in and out, but I was like, wow, I got to watch this game. It's so freaking good. Stafford, of course, Jared Goff too. The quarterbacks that were traded are now meeting each in the playoffs. And it was honestly a very impressive game. I think one of the more physical football games I've watched. I don't know, probably. Let's go out and say all season, because we know these two teams have great defenses. Hutchinson, Donald. They have great running backs too. Kyron Williams is decent. If David Montgomery is good too. They're physical, and of course, the quarterbacks are not afraid to take some hits and lower their shoulders too. Stafford, Goff, because when the going gets tough, these two quarterbacks do typically get going. And Stafford too, was getting banged up. We almost saw Carson Wentz, Michael, back in the game. I would have loved to have seen what Brian was thinking about Carson Wentz. But it's great to see that. And so moving on now, let's go over some scoring, the play-by-play, the touchdowns, dude. Of course, Detroit comes out pretty hot. Bang. First drive, 10 plays, 75 yards, 5.5 minutes, ends in a David Montgomery run up the middle for 1 yard. That makes it 7-0 off rip. Rams march down the field. Can't handle the touchdown in the red zone. They settle for a field goal, making it 7-3. Totally fine. Next drive for the Detroit Lions. Don't even see a second down. Only see 1 second down on this drive. Every freaking play was a pass up the middle, a deep pass to Reynolds, I think for 33 yards was the big one in that drive, ending in a touchdown there. For Gibbs, excuse me. That makes it 14-3 right there. Rams come back, march down the field themselves. In the meantime, first quarter ends, but it ends in a shotgun pass from Stafford to Puka Nacua, who is absolutely killing it. You want to talk about yards after the reception? Puka Nacua was sick, dude. And we'll go over his stat line in a second, but you love that story for him. So the Rams are in the game. It's 14-10, but Detroit, Dan Campbell, is how he talks. Michael knows the post-game conferences. I fucking know it, dude. The espresso, dude. You want to know how many of these fucking cans Dan Campbell has in one day? Probably a baker's dozen, baby. That's 13 for you folks at home who don't know. The Detroit Lions answer back with another touchdown, making it 21-10, 11 plays marching down the field, eating the clock up on a 4th and 1, by the way, on LA Rams 2-yard line. Of course, they need 1 yard to get the first down. Campbell is going for that. He had a shot of espresso right before that fucking play call. Jared Goff, short pass to Sam Laporta. Shout out to him, by the way, nursing the knee injury. We thought he wasn't going to play. The tight end says, team needs me, baby. Dan Campbell, I'm sure, jacked him up in the fucking locker room, too. Makes it 21-10. Rams answer, though, 21-17, courtesy of a deep pass from Stafford to Atwell for 38 yards, resulting in the touchdown. Big play that the Rams needed to stay in the game, baby. Next series ends in a Detroit Lions punt. Good job, Rams defense. Rams couldn't score again, though. Obviously, time was expiring to end the half. Doesn't matter, though, because the Rams get it back to start the second. However, Lions defense, Hutchinson with some big plays there, results in a Rams punt. Next series, we have back-to-back field goals, making it 24-20. At this point now, I believe we are in the fourth quarter, maybe. I think there's one more series that results in a punt. And in the third, on the 4th and 7, lead it with the punt. Bang, dude. It's still 24-20. Fourth quarter. It's a 4-point game. The Rams march down the field. Couldn't hack it, though, in the red zone. Have to go 4th and 8 on Detroit's 11. They have to settle for a field goal. Makes it 24-23. That's a 1-point game right there. Back-to-back punt drives from both teams. So shit is kind of ending on the cusp at this point now. The Lions were like a first down away from being able to run the clock out, and they do exactly that. I think on 2nd and 9, Ahmad St. Brown reception for the first down. I think there's, like a minute and 45 seconds left, and the Lions need to run out the clock. You love to see it. You look at the final lines. Matt Stafford, 25 of 36, 367 through the air, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, sacked twice for a loss of 10 yards. Played his absolute heart out, though. He was getting hit hard. He was wincing on the sideline. The thumb, the hand was bleeding. He was wincing. Carson Wentz was wincing. Rushing didn't get much going, though. Kyron Williams, 13 carries, 61 yards. Not bad, but, obviously relying on Stafford a lot. Puka Nacua, 9 receptions for 181 yards with a touchdown. But other than that, not much. He was targeted 10 times, so 9 receptions over 10 targets. Incredibly efficient. Had that long 50-yard long reception and in the touchdown, too. DeMarcus Robinson, though, not much from him. 3 receptions, 44 yards. Cooper Kupp, very quiet last night for the Rams. 5 receptions over 9 targets, only 27 yards. I understand, the Detroit Lions secondary did a good job in certainly covering him. Tyler Higbee, nothing to show for it. He took a very ugly hit. I don't know if you guys saw. I was surprised he was still in the game, honestly. But I got upended, took a shoulder to the knee. And I think that type of hit should not be allowed in the NFL. I mean, right at the knee, you basically just drop your shoulder to the knee, and I mean, you fuck someone up, dude. You can end someone's career. And again, we can talk about that more if you guys are into it. But I mean, that's just my take. Anyway, though, you got to congratulate the Lions. Dan Campbell, I think people were definitely doubting him a lot. I know Brian was hot on the Rams, and I told him, hey, Brian, Madden, did I beat you with the Lions versus the Rams? He said, yeah, but you can't. But now here we are, the Lions, and I think we took the Rams. And Josh, JB, we can talk because Brian, of course, has the fucking sheet with our picks on it, so I don't even know how our shit went. I'm pretty sure, obviously we were happy with the Texans pick here. But I would love to, if you want, God damn it, to let me know like where we're at with the picks, because I mean I want to fucking know, because we know Brian all week, dude. And of course, Goff did a great job. The defense did a great job. Aiden Hutchinson, 2 sacks, like that's fucking huge. And great job by the Rams. So that's basically your recap of wild card weekend so far. We are now on wild card Monday. My mother saying, hi, fellas. Hello, Mom. Happy Monday. So we have 2 games to preview before we move on from the NFL. Steelers at Bills, 4:30 p.m. this afternoon. Of course, it was supposed to be, I think, yesterday. It was supposed to be yesterday. The snow canceled. Today, still the snow. The Governor game will go on. I mean, what are you gonna do? Keep postponing it, dude? But I will say, you look at the stadium, and I mean, it looks fucking like an atrocity over there. Like, bring your snowshoes, freaking Cornelius with Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, silver and gold action, the sled dogs, because you're gonna be knee deep in snow, my guy. But I do think the Steelers will be knee deep in absolute flub ups. We have a call here coming in from New York, a 646 number. It could be a scam. Hello? Hello? Anyone? Here I thought it was a fan calling in. Wasn't. Scam. And I'm tired of it, honestly. I'm tired of the fucking scam. Like, how do they have my number? Where's my phone number? I mean, I guess it's like out there, I guess. It's bullshit, dude. It is bullshit, dude. Here we go. Brian Barnaby. We are 2-0. TCA 1-1. Action going on today. Would you do the $20 per hour to shovel with free food? Dude, absolutely. Absolutely, Brian. Hold on. Have a realtor, dude. The realtor's so funny. Anyway, Brian, well, $20 per hour to shovel. Do I get in the stadium for free, though? Do I pay for my ticket? Or do I get in the stadium for free? Because it has to be free tickets. Has to be. I'm not paying, because $20 an hour, that's all going to go to the fucking tickets, is it not? I guess I would just do it straight up to shovel, free ticket, free food. Where's the seat? Doesn't matter. I'll take it. Brian says, stop it. Josh B. Double B, excited, dude. First of all, Brian Barnaby, the fucking stories, the pool, the sun, the palm trees. You stop it, Brian. He goes, "You're paying." So that's it. All my money, that $20 per hour for shoveling, is going to go towards a ticket, I guess. Which again, I'm fine with that. I'm fine. And if at the end of the day, if that shovel maybe $20 for the ticket after there's some leftover carryover, doesn't matter, dude. Playoff DTV, Josh, dude. The 2-0 is huge, dude. I don't even know our picks for tonight. The Long Island iced teas. You dog. You're a dog. He's a dog. Oh my God, dude. So Steelers, Bills. Give me Bills all freaking day. I understand the Steelers. I mean, I'm sure they're going to do well in the snow. The Steelers typically do. Pittsburgh, hard hitting, Steel City. What's up? But I still think, Bills running game better. Bills defense arguably could handle whatever the Steelers are putting out. They're not going to score. It could be a 6-0 game, a 6-3 game, a 7-6 game, a 10-7 game. Bills -10 for us. Oh, dude, the -10 is tough, Brian, because it's still snowing. It's still a freaking blizzard out there, dude. Josh B on the beach. Damn it, dude. Matthew talking to Michael Bukta, who says Bonds. Love the interaction with the crew out there. But Brian, honestly, I hope you're having a great time. I hope you're getting spoiled out there, dude, because you deserve it. Nobody works harder than you, dude. So give me Bills all day here, 4:30, Orchard Park. The Mafia's coming out. They don't care about the fucking snow. They love it. They love the snow. They're born in the snow. They eat the slop. His mutter was a mutter. Instagram so far. Brian Barnaby always out there in the Instagram first. International Instagram live comment. He says, Bills and Bucks, big job today. Packs outright this week in Santa Clara. Wow, that's a huge hot take, I think. But we'll certainly get to the matchups. I know Brian's gonna be hyped. The Sunday Horseshoe is gonna be fire. All right. Michael passing by. He's first of all, and Brian would be riled to see Mike today because Michael's wearing the Knicks hat, dude. What's he doing? Is there any illusion, dude? Is the Easter egg, Brian? Oh, dude, that's so funny. Cabo is legit. He says we will be back. Brian, while I still have you though, are you confident in the -10 for the Bills though? Just let me know if you're confident. Let me know if it's a lock. If you're just a little nervous, are you gonna be watching the game even? Legendary, he says. Dairy, dude. Alluding. Yes, dude. Brian with the illusions, dude. It's so funny. But of course, we also have Eagles at Bucks, 8:15 p.m. This is interesting. Michael in the vicinity. Brian says 1,000%, by the way, for the Bills. Brian knows about the Knicks hat, Michael. He knows about the Knicks hat. He wants to know what's going on, dude. He demands answers from Cabo. The Long Island iced teas, dude. 1,000,000% streaming on the beach, he says. Love to hear it. Next up, we got Eagles Bucks, 8:15 p.m. Oh man, dude. I don't even know. I don't think anyone touched this game from TCA or from DTV. That should be pretty interesting. But of course, we have the spread here. Philly -3, over at 43.5. We're in Tampa. Let's see what the Gamecast says about the weather report, dude. So tonight we have 67, partly cloudy over there at Raymond James Stadium. Man, dude, I don't even know, honestly. AJ Brown says out, by the way. Come on, so 2 days ago, head coach Nick Sirianni confirmed Saturday that Brown knee will not play in Monday's playoff matchup against the Bucks. Does that bode well for them? Not having AJ Brown on the field, the Bucks. The 9-0 victory against Carolina last week is just so over my head about it. But I always say to people at home, just take the Bucks, dude. Take the Bucks, and let's freaking go, dude. What's up? You want to do the box now? No? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't. Sorry. Michael. Yeah. All right. So that's your NFL right there. I'm just trying to look at my notes, see if I had any other crib notes I want to talk about. I took some notes from the game last night. Of course, I mentioned CD Lee first half. CD Lamb, 2 receptions, 7 targets. Dallas most points allowed in the postseason, dude, and that was all she wrote. To crazy wild card weekend, I would say. I mean, I think these games have been so freaking sick, dude. And I'm pumped for tonight. I think tonight's going to be maybe this afternoon. I mean, honestly, it's tough that it's on a Monday. We're all working, but I'll have it streaming in the studio, Brian. Don't worry. But I gotta say, great job on the NFL segment. The people at home for tuning in. Great job for the audience too. Love the comments so far, and I hope you guys enjoy hockey because right now we're gonna be going to the world of the National Hockey League.
Here he comes. McDavid shoots, top shelf, he scores! Captain with the overtime winner. That's the middle break. It's a world-class hit right here. Tomsky stepping, rink Washington made the full split save.
Are you kidding me?
Turn, side of the net, between the legs, and they score! Filthy! David Pastrnak, the silver trophy to the Golden Knights.
By the way, Brian Barnaby, an hour for the NFL segment solo. You have some big shoes to fill when you come back, Brian. If those shoes are still even there, that's right, because we got all week, baby. But let's get to some hockey here. We're going to start with the Rangers game from yesterday. We're not going to talk about their loss to the Capitals on Saturday afternoon because they played against Sunday afternoon, the back-to-back with the Washington. And Laviolette said it doesn't matter after Saturday because it's all on about Sunday next game, new game, fresh skates, fresh ice, fresh victory for the Rangers, winning 2-1, getting the proverbial monkey off their back for their on the 4-game skid they were on. And, you know, we can break down some of this game. I am going to break down some of this game, actually. It's not we can, we will. I will. You guys can obviously, again, phone lines are hot right now. Brian says, stop it. That's so funny. Phone lines are hot right now, dude. So call in if you want. Phone lines are ice cold, actually. You can call in and get on the show immediately talking some hockey right now or whatever you want in the sports world. But the Rangers, huge win, 2-1 over the Capitals. I know you're thinking, well, it's the Capitals. They're not even that great. It's only 2-1. What do we do in the 4-game skid? Is this really what we needed back? This is exactly what we needed back, okay? Mika came back Saturday. Definitely had some rust to skate off because he looked like he had some heavy legs. And then, of course, we had Capo Caco back yesterday, and I was talking. That's right, chat. What's up? I was talking a lot since Caco's injury. I mean, the first 10 games without Capo Caco, I believe the Rangers were like, it was either 7-10 or they were 6-8 through the first 8 games, something like that. Capo Caco was missed, and I talked about him being a great defensive forward, dude. And now it happens. What happens when Capo Caco comes back into the game? Only 1 goal let up. Igor Shesterkin, I believe, eager. He was eager for the fucking victory. Ego Shesterkin flexing the ego. I think he was 24 saves and 25 shots, but again, only 25 shots let up. Great defense. Where's that coming from? Caco's helping with the defense, dude. I'm telling you, I think people are kind of underestimating his impact in the lineup, especially when he was out. These Rangers fans, I think some of them are just delusional. They think the Rangers are a bad team, but they're not. The Rangers aren't a bad team. They just were playing bad. Like, it happens over the course, over stretches in hockey. Oh, it happens in stretches over any game, dude, or any sport. What do you say, old sport? Excuse me. I'm sorry. The double shot. Dude, burping. So sorry. Rangers started off hot with the scoring, by the way, dude. By who? Artemi Panarin, dude, with an absolute lethal one-timer from him to get past Lindgren, you know, the backup tendy for the Caps. I believe Panarin scores his 400th point. I believe he netted his 400th point yesterday. I honestly, I could be wrong, but I remember thinking that when I saw it. Then again, I don't know where it was coming from. But that was a great goal by him. They're great. That line, the Panarin, the Lafreniere, the Trocheck. I mean, gosh darn it. They are a well-oiled machine, those three. Anywho, Oh my god, I totally forgot to talk about the rest of the playoff picture, like fucking for what games we have coming up. It doesn't matter. We can talk about that tomorrow when we actually have the full table set. Okay, I like that idea better. Great job, Tony. Way to be a producer. It's like you fucking do this, dude. But anyway, moving on here in terms of scoring. And again, you could get a little worried because all the scoring happened in the first period for the Rangers. But Lafreniere, again, that line absolutely singing to end the first period. Lafreniere nets his 11th goal of the season, assisted by Braden Schneider. His 8th assist of the season as well. So you'll have to see him get in the mix too, as the defender typically does there. Excuse me. And that was all of the scoring, by the way, from the Rangers. Second period, TJ Oshie nets a goal past Shesterkin. Definitely, tough for Shesterkin. There was a big battle in front of the net. It just so happened the puck kind of trickled in there, which is tough. Lafreniere's goal was nasty, by the way. It was like this crazy turnover by the Caps in their own zone. Lafreniere was practically alone, shoots it. Lindgren saves it, gets his own rebound, and like flicks. Dude, he does like this little like he just scoops the puck up and flicks it. It's like in the air, and it's literally like as if double team, as if double team was hockey, right? Where it's like there's 3 seconds left and the ball's in the air forever, and everyone's just like, whoa, like that. That was the goal because Laffy just flicked it up, and Lindgren's like on the ground because he saved the first one. He's just like, and it goes in the back of the net and they score, dude. Basically double team. I know the people in the chat are going to love that. Mike's cheesing. He loves double team. And now in the chat, you got double team? Let me see double team. Max like, yo, check it out. Dude. Mike's like, yo, a double team, dude. Come on. Would you not be like that? He doesn't even say a word to me, dude. I want everyone to go to Hulu. All right. If you're at home right now, not right now, after the show, go on Hulu if you have Hulu. Family Guy. I want to say season 2, dude. There's this episode where like the power goes out for a while, like the whole town because of Peter. It was actually because I think he was drunk and he had Meg drive him home from the bar. Meg didn't have the license, scared, whatever, crashed, or maybe he was. Doesn't matter, dude. The cable was out. Peter's obsessed with cable, so he decides to build like this contraption of a TV that's around his waist that makes it look like his entire life is what he's watching it through a TV. Michael, watch that episode, come back tomorrow and tell me about it. Yeah, I see him right now, dude. But I'm love Michael. Love you. Talking to you, Michael. Did you hear what I said? Oh my God, dude. I said I love you.
Oh, love you too.
Last fucking time I ever said that to Michael, by the way. Last fucking time. Anyway, dude, so great job by the Rangers. Jimmy VC had a phenomenal opportunity too, by just absolutely torching Van Riemsdyk, a defenseman for the Capitals. But again, the Rangers here kind of getting that monkey off their back. Great job by them. Again, I think Laviolette, who by the way was announced to, I believe he's the coach for the All-Star team, right? Yes, he is. I was just checking with the people over there. Thank you, people. Yeah, I've been alone in the studio the entire time. So anyway, we're getting way out of hand now. It's an hour in. I think this is kind of dying off a little bit. It's 11:11. Make a wish. But yeah, looking at this, Kako, as I mentioned, 16 minutes of ice time. I mean, that's just great, dude. That's absolutely great. And he was playing on the first line, I believe, with Zibanejad and Kreider, which is great because Blake Wheeler show the people double team. They want double team, Michael. Anyway, dude, there's Michael. You see him in the right corner with the Knicks hat. He's showing a picture of me, dude.
Someone said, why does this dude look like a bootleg Aaron Rodgers?
Wait, really?
A ripoff of Aaron Rodgers.
I mean, I guess that's kind of complimentary. Aaron Rodgers, good looking guy. He can grow a great mustache too. But let me tell you right now, dude, I'm a better quarterback than him.
Yes.
Yeah. Shailene Woodley had me first. Okay. I dumped her. And then she went to Aaron. Think about that.
That's right.
And then Olivia Munn came to me first. I said, no, thank you.
That's right.
No, thank you, Olivia.
That's right.
JB loves Olivia Munn. You know that?
Baldwin likes that.
Who? Jenna Baldwin?
She likes that.
Any relation?
To who?
The Baldwin brothers?
Probably not,
Oh, whoa, dude. But great win for the Rangers. Looking at their schedule ahead now. Their next game, I believe, is tomorrow, the 16th, right? Tomorrow, 16th. Yes, against the Kraken. So again, that certainly a lesser team. I would say a better team than the Capitals in terms of talent and youth. But I mean, we should be firing on all cylinders. We're looking at like a 6-0 victory. Igor a shutout, get him some more confidence, Kako more playing time, maybe a goal from him too. Obviously, we will preview that game tomorrow, but I absolutely love it. And of course, just looking at yesterday, there was one other game. Yesterday, and oh no, it's blowing it. Oh wait, no, I have it right here. I knew the tab was open. Red Wings at Maple Leafs. I've been talking about the Toronto being an absolute dumpster fire. What happens at home? They lose to Detroit. Detroit has to be on fire with happiness right now between the Lions and the Red Wings being pretty good. But they beat the Maple Leafs 4-2. Dylan Larkin, goal and assist. Andrew Kopp, former Ranger great. Also, that's a goal. Sorry, are you talking to me? I can't really hear you. Oh, okay. How did JB say anything about Olivia Munn?
JB did not. JD sent you a gift though, a heart.
Thank JD.
JD, Joshua D.
Thank you, Joshua D. I appreciate that, bud. Nobody cares for you from Twitch says who ? I don't know who you're asking me who in relation. But Michael Bookta says put homie Michael on camera. Yes. Need to see my home dog, he says. You're not a homie, you're a home dog, baby. Yeah. That's great. I'm sure he's gonna comment in a second. Like, yeah. Tatum. But anyway, we have quite a few hockey games today. It's Monday, and Brian's not here, so you can actually get some good hockey advice for once. No, I'm just kidding. But I thought it would be sick. I know this is Michael Bookta. There he is. Absolutely starstruck. Appreciate the input, Michael. My number one Tatum hater. Tatum hater. I love it, Michael. I'm sorry I missed it, by the way, on Saturday, dude. But you know what? If you want, maybe next hockey game at work, I can get you in probably. If you want to bring, maybe you, Matt, Michael can come in. I'll let you guys in. You can watch some nice shoe hockey at the new Martiri Family Arena. I don't know if you've ever been there, but it's a wonderful arena, dude. I'll get you in. Don't worry, bro. It'll be a great time. But let's go, dude. Let's go. I know JB's hyped. If he's still around, I know he's busy. It's Monday. He's working. And I know Brian's going to be hyped for this one, but we're going to be starting off this week with a nice NHL fucking frenzy. So let's go. We got plenty of games all day in the National Hockey League. It's Monday, baby. We're starting off hot and heavy at noon, baby. It's Brian's favorite team. The San Jose Sharks are in KeyBank Arena. Buffalo must be humming between the snow. They're hosting the Sharks, and they have football on today as well in Buffalo. Absolutely crazy. There's buffalo wings in the streets right now, melting the snow. The Sabres are taking on the Sharks. They're hot. The Sharks are not. San Jose is plus 210. Buffalo minus 220. I don't give a shit about fucking whoever on the Sharks, dude. Tomas Hertl, Brian's favorite guy. He's probably in a knockoff jersey in Cabo. Tomas Hertl, they're probably super cheap, off the road on the beach, probably some vendor. Give me the Sabres. Tage Thompson, Devon Levy with the shutout. Sabres win this one. I'll say 2-0. Next game, 1 o'clock. Moving on. We're going to be at the TD Garden in shitty Boston, Massachusetts, as the Bruins take on the Devils. Fuck the Bruins, dude. Give me the Devils all day. Bruins on the schneid here at home. 12-3-3. I know, great home record, but I say the Devils steal one, baby. The Hughes brothers are fucking tight. I know it. Jesper Bratt with a goal. Dawson Mercer, 2 goals, 1 assist. Boston's falls down the drain, 3-1. Next game, still 1 o'clock time slot. We have the Panthers, by the way. Boston, minus 165, by the way, so they are favored right there. But next game here, we're going to be in Florida. The Panthers taking on the Anaheim Ducks, dude. Ducks coming in at plus 300. They're plus money. I don't think they're going to win, though. Give me the Panthers here. I know Vetrano is good. Adam Henrique have been hot on, too, as a third liner. But the Panthers have been super hot. Sam Reinhart, I know Brian loves that man. So give me the Panthers here, decisively winning this game, 5-2 Bobrovsky with a great game, maybe like a 9-10 save percentage over there. Next game up, 1 o'clock still. It's MLK Day in the NHL, baby. Mad games. Columbus Blue Jackets are hosting the Vancouver Canucks coming down from Canada. Do they celebrate MLK Day? I don't know. I would imagine not. But here in the NHL, we fucking do, baby. The Canucks are losing to the Blue Jackets. That's why, baby. Canadian fucks the Blue Jackets. Justin Danforth, shoe alum, 2 goals, 1 assist. Johnny Gaudreau wishing he was Justin. The Blue Jackets skim by 3-2 in overtime. That's plus money at home, by the way, for Columbus Blue Jackets, plus 170. Bet on it, baby. Let's go. Next game, the Kraken in Pittsburgh. Tough game here with the Pittsburgh Penguins here, kind of coming out of their schneid. Pittsburgh's minus 140 here at home for a reason. Give me the boys in Pittsburgh. Give me the kid Crosby. Give me Malkin. Give me Chris Letang. Let's fucking go. Jari here. Having a good game. Penguins win 4-1, obviously, in regulation. Next game, 3 o'clock time slot here. It's NHL all fucking day, baby. The Hurricanes in Carolina hosting your LA Kings. This is going to be a tough game here. PNC Bank. I know I'm hot in the Kings. Love the Kings. But Carolina's have a deeper team, dude. Cam Talbot, I want to say in between the pipes here. Hurricanes, certainly the deeper team. Pierre-Luc Dubois for the Kings has been on my shit list. Third line asshole for the Kings, ruining it, I think, for them. If I was them, I'd be kind of pissed off at him, and I think he gets fucking hammered today. So give me the Kings winning it. Hurricanes, great team. Kings, though, keeping it competitive. Hurricanes win 4-2. Empty there at the end. Whatever. Same old song and dance. Carolina, obviously going to be home favorites, minus 145. So I'm picking the favorites there. I want to say 3-2. Give me 4-3 maybe, or 5-3, whatever it is. It's hitting the over, I think. Next game, 2 hours later, 5 o'clock, baby. Minnesota XL Energy Center. We have the Wild taking on the Islanders. The Islanders coming in at road dogs, minus 105. Of course, the Wild minus 115. Matt Barzal, though, coming into his own, I believe, 45 points so far in the season, coming from 33 assists, though. So most of those points coming from assists. Anthony Beauvillier, not even on the team anymore. One I'm mentioning him, though. It's Brock Nelson, dude. And Jean-Gabriel Pajot, another guy, disappointing. It's got to be the 3 names things, dude. The hyphenated last name, those fucking French Canadians, dude. Give me the Wild here. I think Islanders blow it here on the road. Third period, blow it maybe, or they blow it from the get-go. They don't play defense. The Wild, Kapro Kaprizov, Matt Zuccarello. Give me the Marc-Andre Fleury in net. Give me the Wild here. I would say decisively beating the Islanders here, maybe 4-1. Another favorite I'm picking. But let's go Predators on the road against the G-Knights, baby. The Golden Knights here, 24-14-5. The Predators is surprising 24-18-1, dude. Nashville coming in at favorites. Tight dogs here, excuse me. Plus 105 here coming into T-Mobile Arena. In Las Vegas. Las Vegas getting ready to host the Super Bowl, as we know. So give me the G-Knights. They're always hot. Aiden Hill, tremendous goaltender, great defense, great depth, great offense all around. Matt Stone leading the team with 41 points. Give me the G-Knights in the under. I've been hammering the G-Knights in the under. They win 3-2 maybe. Let's go. Next game, the Avs at the Canadiens in the Bell Center. Colorado coming in as home favorites, on the road favorites. This is 7 o'clock now. We're reaching prime time. Colorado minus 215 for a reason. Canadiens don't stand a chance. Avalanche win this game 6-2, moving in prime time. 8 p.m., baby. Your St. Louis Blues are taking on your Philadelphia Flyers. Former Rangers all the fuck around these teams, by the way. Torts being one of them. Do I see St. Louis at plus 115? It says St. Louis minus 115, Philly minus 115. Is that possible, dude? No way, brother. Over under at 6.5 here. I say give me the over and give me the Flyers. Wait, St. Louis are the fucking tight dogs? No, St. Louis is minus 115? I am so confused. Flyers are on a 3-game win streak. Blues due for a win. Just lost in overtime to the Bruins. The former Rangers more talent. Damn it. Give me the home team and the Blues. Give me the fucking home team. Jordan Binnington's gonna bite me in the fucking ass. I know, but I don't give a shit. Give me the Blues, baby. Blues in the over. Let's fucking go. Blues win it 6-2, baby. And that'll end our quick frenzy just like that. God damn it, I'm lightheaded right now. Okay, dude. Just like that, I'm lightheaded. I'm sweating. That was your NHL frenzy right there. I'm fucking hyped. That was a great frenzy. God damn, I'm lightheaded. Breathing oxygen, Suihiko Ono. Okay, anything in life starts with the breath, baby. Look it up. Okay. All right. One more thing I want to talk about. Brian's going to be hyped for this if you're still here. If not, I don't blame him. He's on the beach, whatever. Where am I? Here are my notes. Let's go. Grayson Murray wins the Sony Open, baby. What a fucking PGA Open, by the way. Freaking sick to see a man like Grayson Murray come in here, have one hell of a round 4. By the way, I believe he birdied 18 to even get into the playoff. It was a 3-way playoff between Grayson Murray, Byung-Hun An, and Keegan Bradley, dude, for the Sony Open. Grayson Murray knocked like this. I don't know. It must have been a fucking 75-foot putt. Maybe I'm exaggerating. Maybe a 40-foot putt. To I think birdie the first hole of the playoff. Keegan Bradley was already out of it. Byung-Hun An needed to hit like a fucking 7-foot putter, Michael, and he blows it. And Grayson Murray, the 30-year-old wins the Sony Open emphatically. So that was a great job by him. His wife, his fiance, happy. They were kind to her during the entire playoff hole. But it's great to see that. And you look at his career so far, 129 events, has 2 PGA Tour wins, 1 third place finish, only 3 top 5 finishes, 9 top 10 finishes. Joined the tour in 2017. So it was a great, obviously, first win of this season. I want to say his last victory, I don't even know when, dude. It doesn't tell me here. Barbasol. He won in 2017. He won the Barbasol Championship. In his inaugural season with the PGA, his rookie year. But great job for him for winning the Sony Open now here in Hawaii, dude, with the playoff. Like I said, a very emphatic victory here. Sorry, excuse me, just have to give my phone the pass off. Here we go. Michael's happy now when I give him something. Michael, I'll get him back open because we have to open the box here for you folks at home. But congrats to Grayson Murray. And if you want to look ahead here, actually, let's go over his scores. Round 1, 69, round 2, 63, round 3, 64, and round 4, 67. A total of 263. Winning the playoff, he earns just under $1.5 million. It's 500 points for FedEx for the FedEx tournament, FedEx Cup, excuse me. So really great job by him. You're looking at his 4 rounds here. Looks like only. Oh wow! Actually, you look at what he shot. On the. I guess it was tough for everyone. The first round, the first 9 was playing super tough. 3 bogeys in that first 9. Shot a 37, 2 over after the first 9. And then ends up shooting a 69 after the back 9. So was able to really crawl his way back. He really displayed some phenomenal game. And honestly, from what I was watching, like his drives weren't phenomenal, but his approach shots were great from within 100 yards of the green. And then his putting was great. And that's what fucking wins you tournaments, dude. That's what they say. And of course, what they say holds true, dude. So you'll have to hear that. You'll have to see it from Grayson Murray. And I'm super stoked to preview the next PGA tournament, which is standby because I don't know what it is. Schedule here after the American Express. The Amex Express is this upcoming weekend, dude, in La Quinta, California. Oh, so we're doing the whole West Coast tour because after that we'll have Farmers Insurance Open. Then we have AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am, baby. So that's gonna be dope to look forward to, and of course, looking at the DP World Tour, I believe Tommy Fleetwood defeated Rory McIlroy at the DP World Tour in Dubai, I believe. Defeated Rory. So good job for him. And of course, just some crib notes before we open this dope box from Matt to the 90s. Just one last thing for your boys at home in case you missed it. Alabama hires Kaysen DeBoer as their new head coach. He coached Washington. Saban stoked. Be dope to hear Brian's take on Kaysen DeBoer. Brian, 5 minutes on Kaysen DeBoer. Brian, right now. Brian, 5 minutes. Kaysen DeBoer. Or JB, Brian, 5 minutes. JB, 5 minutes. Kaysen DeBoer. But Brian will be stoked that I mentioned that because he loves college, dude. Oh, you want me to open it?
Yeah.
Oh, let's go, dude. All right, cool. You sure you don't want to do it at the table? All right. So I'm super stoked. I'm honored, honestly, to open this care package for Matt to the 90s. Matt, thank you. Ooh, it feels nice. I'm just gonna tell the folks at home what's going on. Fan care package opening. Unboxing. Fan fam? Fan fam. Let's go. All right. So this is a very special treat that I believe has probably never been done live before on DTV podcast, I should say. And I'm going to try and keep this nice and clean here. I don't want to, but here's the box. A nice cube, solid cube. So I'm super stoked. A great tape job, by the way, too. The packing tape, very secure. So you have to see that. I think I'm just going to go right into it. And you know what I'm going to do? Scissors? No. Knife, baby. Now Michael's jealous. All right, let's go. Precision. I don't know what's in here, so I don't want to get cut in too deep.
Other end.
Oh, that's what he says?
Oh.
Open up this end? Really? There's no way. This is the end. This is the only end with the opening, though. All right. I'll do the other end. This is why I have the knife, so I can cut through cardboard. All right, nice. We have some bubble wrap.
It folds open. I guess you opened the wrong area.
I was opening the right end, but it's fine.
No, now you're.
Okay, I see a cable. I love cables. Oh, nice, dude. Okay, so looks like we have two USB to USB-C cables. All right. That's awesome. I mean, I have a feeling it's going to be like a charger for you, which is great. Wait. Ah, you don't like doing that?
I do. Weekly.
Who said that?
Someone in the chat.
Who said it? I want names, Michael. Oh my God, dude. This is a fucking phone. This is like a Samsung Galaxy phone with a nice OtterBox case on it. This is fucking crazy, dude.
To go live with.
Yeah, definitely.
Matt.
What the hell, Matt? This is sick, dude. Renee's gonna be so hyped that it's Android. She's gonna be so pumped. She's like, I want that. Can we switch out?
No.
There's a note? Oh, I gotta get through everything here. Oh, I see the note. Let's get through the rest of the box first, of course. Oh, blocks, dude. Wow, Michael, the blocks. Oh my God, 3 blocks, dude. So we had 3 legit full charging packages, cables and blocks included. 3 of them, dude. That's crazy.
Chargers everywhere. They don't want us the live.
Yeah.
Want us to end.
Wow. Okay. All right. Nice, dude. Oh, we got a note. Oh, Matt, dude. Oh, wow, dude. This has been good for you, Matt. He cleared it totally too, so you can just download TikTok and keep it clean, dude. Oh, this is a nice note. It's typed out, which is very cute. Hey, fam. Nothing from the 90s or anything really cool in this care package. Sorry. Are you fucking kidding me? Your first line is of sorry. Maybe next package, but something you may find useful in your TikTok live adventure. P.S. I've included a charger for each room. LOL. A little heart sign. Matt to the 90s. That is so freaking wholesome, dude. Oh my God. Thank you so much. No need to apologize, obviously. This is sick, dude. I mean, this is obviously something we're gonna be using all day, every day now. Like this is like
Get in there.
yeah. Dude, this is so awesome. Thank you so much, Matt. And we've been obviously seeing you too.
All the time. It's going live.
All the time, dude. And it's so sick to see you in here and see you engaging. And I mean, obviously, this is really what it's all about. Here at Downtime is fan interaction and making people happy. And I guess sometimes when you make people happy, they want to reciprocate, dude.
Yeah.
Which is it's so nice. I really appreciate that, bud. This is sick now because now my phone will also be freed up. So you're not only helping, you're helping all of us out, really. You're helping Downtime as a whole, dude. And that's sick. Josh B, loving it. LMAO. The opening, he says. Thanks, bud. I'm so stoked to set this up, dude. We're gonna get some sick TikToks going on, and I mean, this looks like this is a pretty new Samsung Galaxy phone. It looks like we have the options of lenses too. Finally, my fucking phone with the broken lens on it. People are like, "Oh, wipe your lens," and Mike has to explain, "No, it's a broken lens." And in case you guys want to know a little bit of the backstory on why my lens is broken, I was running on my morning run. This was probably out in October, dude. Maybe not October, September. It might have been over the summer. Just not a good time, dude. Running downhill towards my apartment. It's like a downhill slope. And of course, when I'm running towards the end of my run, I fucking dig it out, baby. All right. I'm full stride sprinting and I'm on a corner, right? So I go, I sprint hard and I do a nice little cut, keep the knees nice, and I go up the block. And I'm running down. I'm in the crosswalk of the side street, and I go cut, and there's a laminated piece of paper on the ground that I don't see because it was in the white bar of the crosswalk. It's a white piece of paper, so it was invisible to me. And I go for the cut, and I just literally like as if I was skating, and I just lost my edge. My leg kicks out from under me, and I land. Boom, and I slide into the sidewalk, basically, main road. People see it, honking at me. I'm embarrassed. And obviously, the side I fell on, my phone was in my pocket. Not to mention the bruises, the scrapes. My whole hip was like fucked up with bruises and stuff. But that's why my lens is cracked. And we have Matt to the 90s in here. Yo, says Matt to the 90s. Yo, dude. Thanks again. Love your note too, dude. We're gonna hang it up here for sure. And of course, we're gonna start this phone up immediately. Super stoked and excited to use it. I mean, honestly, dude, that really is nice of you. I know maybe this is like an old phone and it's not like, it wasn't like crazy for you to give up, but it's crazy to receive this phone, dude. Like that's really sick. It's something that literally is gonna benefit this company, which is awesome. The time you wish you had a camera. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, thanks again, dude. And I'm so excited. No one has this fall on video. It may be on some like CCTV. I mean, honestly, it may be on because the first floor of my apartment building is a nail salon. They have a camera that looks out, but I mean, at this point, I don't even know what day it's on. I honestly. Yeah, I'm sure, dude, Josh, honestly, if you saw it, it would be funny because I laid there in defeat for a good 20 seconds because I knew people saw it. This was like in the morning. So people are hustling and bustling on the main road to go to work. And so people saw it, and I just headphones flew off my head. I have big headphones on when I run like this, flew off my head. Oh my God. And of course, I laid there. I was like, this is how I'm starting my day. Like, this is it. And then, of course, I get up, look at the paper, just says yard sale on it. Doesn't even have an address or a number. Yard sale. Matt says it's a 21, not the newest, but hopefully will help. I mean, of course it will help. This helps a ton. Like, you honestly, you have no idea right now. This is going to help like so much, dude. You know how much drugs I'll be able to. No, dude, it's going to be sick for the TikToks. And I appreciate it so much, bud. But that's going to be it, really, for the sports port. What a tremendous Monday. Just going to check Instagram for the comments, too. Matt to the 90s. I saw you in there on Instagram. Appreciate it, dude. So this is going to be it for the sports port today. Matt laughing about the drugs. And I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Obviously, thanks, Matt. Thank you so much for the phone. We're going to set up right after this. Thank you for everyone for tuning in. I don't think there's anything else going on here in terms of sports. I don't talk basketball. I can't talk basketball. I would if I could. But I'm super stoked for the rest of the week to be with you guys for Sportsport. And of course, Raul Ortega, thank you, dude. Much love for the live. Much love to you as well. We're about that life, baby. But I want everyone to enjoy their day today. We'll be back here for Tuesday, 10 a.m. Sportsport, noon, Binge Buddies. Big podcast day tomorrow. Obviously, a lot of games going on today. NHL Frenzy, NHL Day starting at noon. And, of course, the wild card games starting at 4:30. So go out there, watch some sports, come back in. Let's talk about it tomorrow at 10 a.m. And, of course, tonight we're watching Echo, Disney Plus, Echo, and Hulu. We're watching Echo noon tomorrow, reviewing it. So keep that in mind, people. So see you guys all tomorrow. Great show, Brody. I appreciate Josh. Literally could not do the show without you guys. Like, literally could not. Seeing you guys in this live, like, makes me keep going, too. So I love you guys for that. And once again, we'll see you tomorrow. If you were new here, love that you guys came in here. Don't be afraid to interact. Call in, too. I love getting calls. Last week, Binge Buddies was getting hot on the calls. Love that. Let's keep that up. And if you're new to here, go to our YouTube, sub, TikTok, follow us. We're going to be live all day today, obviously, on TikTok or on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitch, Twitter, or X, of course. And like I said, enjoy the games, enjoy the days. And we will see you mañana.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do. Thanks again.